Good morning, little children. Right, we're going to now look at question 2. So we're looking back at this yellow box, and I strongly advise that you use the website for this, the textbook online, so that you can be looking at this yellow box if you need to, between questions. Okay, so the most important thing that you're going to learn is written in this blue box here that says 3x means 3 times x. Now that might sound very strange to you. What that means is that we can take out the times sign and just squish together the 3 and the x. Now, I know what you're thinking. That might sound like it just says 3 times. You might think that just says 3 times. I promise you'll get used to this. It's a little bit strange to start with, but you'll get used to it. So, let's look at the first example. 3x equals 12, x equals 4. The reason x equals 4 is that 3 times 4 equals 12. Okay? The second one, 2k equals 10. K equals 5 because 2 times 5 equals 10. And then 7y equals 56. Y equals 8 because 7 times 8 equals 56, which you would know if you know your tables. So I hope you all know your tables. I would advise you, if you're not feeling it with your tables, to maybe run through them right now. That would be my advice. Run through your tables for a refresher. Get somebody, especially, don't go through them all, but maybe 6, 7, 8, 9. Those are the ones that you're likely to trip up on. If you feel a little bit rusty, 6, 7, 8, 9, say them to your mum or your dad. Say them to a brother or sister. Say them to somebody. Say them to the mirror. For goodness sake, film yourself and send them to me saying them if you can't find anybody else. Okay? Now, underneath it says there are various other ways of solving equations. The cover-up method, that's the one that we're using here. Then there's what's called equal addition. And then finally, the change side, change sign rule. Now, when we get to that point, things will become a lot easier. That change side, change sign will make life 100 times easier. But you have to understand the background to it. We can't just jump from where we are right now to that. There's a few steps to get there. But once we get there, life will be easier. Okay, let's skip down then to question 2. And all the sums are exactly the same. If you scan through, it's a number, a letter, an equal sign, and a number. They're all the same. Okay? So 3x equals 6. This is the point in which I would say, anybody know what x equals? I'm hoping that some of you have guessed, or not guessed, worked it out. So x equals 2, because 3 times 2 is 6. Then let's look at B. 4m equals 20. M equals, anybody? 5. Because 4 times 5 is 20. And then 5p equals 30. P equals 6 because 5 times 6 equals 30. Okay. I'm going to say that O is going to be tricky. I'm going to say that U is going to be tricky. And W. Oh, I'm going to say that we've got at the end, let me just say there are some decimal points. I'm looking now, there's quite a lot of decimal points. Okay. No, let's use decimal points. I was going to say if you'd find it easier to do it as a fraction, don't do it as a fraction. Do it as a decimal point. When you are using 4, just let me remind you that a half is 0.5, a quarter is 0.25, and 3/4 is 0.75. That is information that you might need. Okay? And a fifth is 0.2, 2/5 is 0.4, 3/5 is 0.6, 4/5 is 0.8, and 5/5 is a whole. Okay, that is information that you might need. Okay, if you get stuck on any of them, please come back and ask me. I'm going to give you 2 days to do these. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll look at the next example on Thursday. If you get stuck, please get back to me. Okay?